everybody, Josie here again with the final video to my 3-part journal entries about my capstone. Today we're going to be talking about finalization and capstone reflection. So in the last video I showed you guys merely like the early stages of this project, and in the past couple of weeks I have done nothing but progress deeply into this project with doing way more spreads. I found the cursor that each spread would follow, and pretty much the theme or like the layout of the designs that would be replicated throughout the whole cookbook. I did the book cover jacket as well, and I actually did end up printing them out and gluing them onto a real life book and having it its own copy. It's only one though, I only did one, but yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how it looks in InDesign and then how it looks published online. And I might even throw in there my capstone presentation I did for my school. So yeah, let's just get started. Here we have the InDesign file of the cookbook itself, and right here we have the book cover jacket. So as you can see, I did the front, the back, the spine, the 2 flaps, one including my bio or my little introduction, as well as my Josie's Visions symbol and my Instagram, as well as the QR codes for these Cozy Kitchen socials like Facebook and Instagram, because they provided me with that, so I thought it would be a really nice touch to have it on the flaps. And back here I wrote this little story about who they were as a kitchen and what this cookbook has to offer. So yeah, going down, we have the title page, which is the official These Cozy Kitchen cookbook. I have it's written by Danielle O'Neill and Vanessa Guzman because they did give me the recipes and the stories. I just merely laid it all out, designed it, and I did put design by me, and also I put co-written because I did write some certain things that they did not provide me with. Here we have their story as well as their contents, or the contents for the cookbook, with appetizers, entrees, pastas, and smoothies. And here's the first spread, white rice. So like I previously stated, they supplied me all the photos and the recipes and the stories. What I did was I went out of my way to put the difficulty, prep time, cook time, serves well with, that was entirely all on me. But yeah, I think I talked about in my previous video where I did not want to do the generic, have one part of the spread just a picture and then the other just simply the recipe. No, I did not want that. So I had it blend in together. It's like you can see here on white rice. And same thing down here for stewed beans. I have Vanessa here. It's like a pop-up effect where she's holding up the dish straight to you. And yeah, I really enjoyed this this layout that I came up with, and it looks great here on beef empanadas as well as for the picadillo dish. Down here we have the barbecue burger, and barbecue burger spread was the first spread where I pretty much nailed that layout with Danielle holding the burger and the burger being enlarged. Like it's very like comfortable, you know who they are, you know whose cookbook this is, and yeah, pretty sure it gets the comfort and warmth across like these Cozy Kitchen have in their own little cafe. So yeah, Italian breaded chicken cutlets, Nono's meatballs and sauce, and garlic Alfredo sauce. And yeah, so this is how it looks. Here's how it looks, like all raw and not like, you know, published online. So yeah, I'm going to be showing that now. So yeah, pretty much same thing, except you don't see all the InDesign stuff. Here's the book cover jacket. It looks nice and clean. Like I said before, I did get this printed out at a printer at school, and I did chop it up and I pasted it or put it over an actual book, and it looked amazing. I don't have it with me because These Cozy Kitchen, they actually have it, and they displayed it in their kitchen at my school, which I think is really cool. Yeah, you've already seen these other pages, but now they look just about ready. And yeah, if I had to reflect on this project, I think it was a really nice way for me to get real life experience with the client, as well as communicating with them, because the kitchen, they were always busy, and I knew that. So how we communicated was, I think I talked about this previously on my other video, but yeah, we communicated through shared docs, and they sent me all the texture there. And since I was on campus and the kitchen was just downstairs, I would always go to just quickly remind them, like friendly reminders. Oh, hey guys, can you send me this? Can you send me that? Oh, by the way, here's where I am with the progress. And yeah, also, they did not see a single thing, so their blind reaction was really amazing to see, because they only saw like early drafts like you guys did. But yeah, this is pretty much what it looked like digitally. And yeah, so it's finalized. It's, I wouldn't say completely done, because there's always room for more recipes for me to put on spreads and design. This was merely like 8 recipes, but if the kitchen are interested to go further and put all the recipes that they want to put in and actually sell it, then that's talks in the future. Who knows? I surely don't, but we'll have to see. And just as a little treat, I'll put in my capstone presentation that my best friend Eric, he recorded me presenting, and I think it came out really fun. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for following me on this journey. And yeah, thank you, T's Cozy Kitchen, and thank you guys. All right, take care. And today I'm going to be showing you my capstone, and I did a quote-unquote official cookbook for D's Cozy Kitchen. And everyone knows D's Cozy Kitchen. If you're a student here, you've relied on them to fill your stomach up, because we're over here working on our projects. And they always got amazing food. I see Vanessa back there. So, applause to her, because her always cleaning up. Thank you. Moving on. So I'm going to be talking about the introduction of who These Cozy Kitchen are, how it started, the inspiration I had, the branding style, the spread design, the book cover jacket design, and lastly, the mock-ups. So to introduce my clients, D's Cozy Kitchen is the partnership of Danielle O'Neill and Vanessa Guzman. Am I right over there? Thank you. And it started out as Danielle selling homemade vodka sauce. It became such a hit that they started doing a catering service, and people even loved that even more. So they started a little, kitchen, D's Cozy Kitchen. And they were so popular here at the catering service at Berkeley that they had the opportunity to open up their own cafe. And if you've been here as long as I have, I've been here since 2021. I think even before my time here, that cafe's been closed for a really long time. So when they first opened it, I was like really excited, because I've never seen that cafe before, and seeing them make it their own, putting their logo design, selling their food with their story, being Berkeley alumni as well, that's very inspirational. So I think it's really cool that I have such a cool client, and they gave me the opportunity to allow me to make a cookbook about them. So yeah, I also put here, they're an example of when you put yourself out there, you're not afraid of failing when you're chasing your dreams, and having faith that the goal will outweigh all the risk in the end. So thank you, D's Cozy Kitchen, for making me feel that way about this project. So how it started. So originally, I didn't want to do a D's Cozy Kitchen cookbook, because I didn't think about that the first time. I actually wanted to do a
Berkeley College food pantry inspired album. So I see James over there, he's like, like, why did you do that? So I wanted to do that originally because, I wanted to pay tribute because I'm an active user of the food pantry. They kept my family fed. It was a brand style, like the Berkeley College brand style, I was sort of familiar with because I've just been around a lot. And I love music and I love album covers, so I wanted to design my own. And then moving on, it didn't really sit with me properly, like I wasn't really feeling it, so it wasn't until I used ChatGPT to give me even more ideas, and it said an iconic album-inspired cookbook, so I was like, okay, like that sounds, sorry, that sounds really cool. It was a cookbook sounded more like what I was into because I know I'd be using like Adobe InDesign to make spreads and everything. And that was probably one of the most comfortable I've been with a program of Adobe. And then lastly, a Dee's Cozy Kitchen cookbook was suggested by, shout out to my professor Hutchinson. She gave me the idea, and I think it was probably the best approach because I had experience with a real client. They were an actual food business that just started out, and they had a new cafe. They had plenty of delicious recipes, and when I went to go ask them, they happily accepted. So I'm really glad I ended up coming up with this. So inspiration, for those who have been sitting next to me this entire semester, I've been looking at cookbook after cookbook on Amazon, seeing like, how do people do it? Like, what's the technique, what's the style? And I've been looking at like a Minecraft cookbook, like Nightmare Before Christmas, Fallout, a lot of video game-esque cookbooks for some reason, I don't know why. But, the vibe, they had their own vibe, And that's what I wanted to establish with Dee's Cozy Kitchen, because they also have their own vibe, warmth, comfort, homemade dishes. So I was gonna do my best to put that sense into the spreads. And I was looking at the spreads that they had, and they mostly just put one picture to the one side and then the rest of it to the other. I wasn't really feeling it because I thought it was kind of lazy, just putting one picture and then just the recipe on the other side. I don't know, I thought it was basic. So I definitely didn't want to do that, but I was definitely inspired to use this type of format with the story on top and then the ingredients on the side, and then the directions right there as well. And also putting in the difficulty of each dish as well as the servings, as well as the cook time and the prep time, because I think that's very important to know when you're following a recipe. So using their branding style, I used their logo, I used their fonts, which is Goldie Rainbow and Champagne Limousines, I use the most. Their header logos and their colors, black and white. So, and also shout out to Vanessa over there, a graphic designer like myself. She designed the logo for Dee's Cozy Kitchen, so shout out to her. And then, yeah, I started and I just kept going. So they sent me a lot of pictures, and I wanted to incorporate whose cookbook this is. This is Vanessa's and Danielle's cookbook. So I used their pictures, using pictures of the food, and that equals, a very nice, beautiful spread of Vanessa just showing that beautiful burger to the reader. And then, you have the obvious stuff to the right, the barbecue burger, the story they had about it, the ingredients, the directions, the difficulty, prep time, etc. And yeah, so everyone who's worked with me, they see this and they're like, I think you hit it. Like, shout out to Victoria and the conjure that were sitting next to me. They're like, this is it. This is the style that's gonna go throughout the whole cookbook. So yeah, I just kept going with this type of design where I had the picture kind of fade into the ingredients, because like I said, I did not want to do one side is a picture, other side is just blank ingredient. Did not want to do that. And I think this feels more lively. I think it goes easier on the eyes. Seeing Danielle's smile and the beautiful picture of the food that she cooks, I think it really shows that it really do bring warmth and comfort to every meal. So here's some other examples where I have Vanessa, she's holding the stewed beans, they have Nono's meatballs and sauce, I have beef empanadas, and I'm sorry for making you hungry by saying all this, but you know, if you're hungry. But yeah, these were just they just come in hot, and I am a perfectionist. I'm not gonna lie. It took me weeks to finally be happy with each spread because I would be very picky about how the space between those sentences were, the font size, the colors, to make sure everything was the right proportions. And honestly, I'm glad how it came out, and hopefully my client is as well. And then the cover design, this is a full book cover jacket. I of course had to include their social medias, their QR codes that they gave me. I wrote their story on the back, and as well as the front, the official These Cozy Kitchen Cookbook. I have Vanessa and Danielle, their beautiful smiles, and some of the best dishes that I got from their social media pages, as well as the ones that they sent me. And yeah, I think it just wraps it up in a nice, neat little bow, honestly. And yeah, here are a few mock-ups of what it would look like. And at the end, I actually went out of my way to see what it really looked like physically. Oh, sorry. This is what it could be like in the real world, you know, in my hands, holding it like this, not like a book, you know what I mean? And, but yeah, thank you for that. Are there any questions? So, James?
I still want to do that album cover for the
Topics next semester.
So how was it working with These Cozy Kitchen? Because in a way, you're practicing what you're going to do when you graduate, when you work with a client.
Mm-hmm.
So how was it, that interaction? Did they give you some food to try?
Now that you mention it, James, but how it would work was they were always busy all the time because they had a kitchen to run, and I understood that. So what we did was we had a shared document where they would send me all the stories, all the recipes, all of the ingredients, and I would just put that into InDesign and just format it myself. I, of course, when I was on campus, I would go up to them, reminding them, saying, hey, can you guys like send me this real quick? Like, can you send me more pictures? The pictures didn't work the best quality. And, you know, of course, I think that was the best way because I didn't want to get in their way of doing their work, and I know it would take time pretty much, but I think it all worked out in the end. And yeah, Gabby, you had a question?
Well, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say that this is like literally amazing.
Oh,
I was so
thank you.
excited to see it. When you kept telling me about it, I was like, oh my god, I really like it.
Yeah.
It looks really amazing. It's very well thought out. And there's just like this very like welcoming and very homey feeling to it, even down to like the story, like when you're telling like your passion as to why you did in the first place. It's just really heartwarming, and you get to see it through your effort and your work. So you did a really good job.
You? I see a question over here.
So what you're saying is you have the actual recipes that we can steal?
Just so y'all know, it's published online, and there's a QR code on that poster behind me. So, you know, don't say it's what I'm saying, but yes, I did have the actual recipes. They're all legit. And yeah, I mean, I was way more worried about how it would look on paper, making sure like the recipe, you know, like if I had time to do it myself, I'm like, all right, here's how I'm gonna do it. You know, I trust them obviously, and they trusted me enough to make it look pretty for them. So yeah, real recipes, all by them. Any other questions?
It's not a question, but it's a compliment. I really like the way, you can see it right there on the poster too.
Oh.
I really like the way that you have the burger and the bowl of soup look like they're actually like handing it out to you, like, here you go. Like, it's like presenting. I really like how you have it, like if they're actually holding it.
Thank you. Any more questions? Lennon?
Not a question, but also another like statement. I really like how the collaboration on the bottom left. Yeah, Cozy Kitchen and Jose's Vision. I like that.
Thank you.
The literal collab.
It's my time.
No.
Any more? Okay, no, that's it. And...